to say, you know, I don't know that much, but I am against any innocent people dying on either. It was just all Jews calling me a Hamas supporter. I'm like, wait, what? It was just really weird, man. And all they started shooting up on stage and calling me all these names, and I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? I took any side. I just don't want to see innocent people fucking dying, man, you know? And so that's when I started doing my research, and then I found out about the Nakba. I found out about the Balfour Declaration, and then it was like, okay, no, you motherfuckers went in and genocided fucking entire fucking communities, man. Burned down villages, raped, pillaged. Yasser, was it Diane Yasser? I learned about that shit. I'm like, and then I started having the conversations, and I noticed there was no admittance to any wrongdoing on Israel's part. And that's going to be weird to me. You know, if we had a conversation about the ills of America, I'd be the first one to say, yeah, we're not perfect. We have done some heinous shit. We have killed innocent people. We have done a lot of things wrong. Doesn't make me anti-American. Doesn't mean I don't love my country. But I would at least admit, yeah, America has done some heinous shit that we shouldn't have fucking done. But I didn't see any of that on Israel's behalf. And it's clear and it's clearly documented. Multiple sources, multiple reliable sources. And I just found it weird that it's like Israel can do no wrong. And whenever you have someone that constantly denies, can't just admit that, hey, yeah, you know, we did some fucked up shit. We're sorry for it. Let's try to make it right. That's a problem to me, man. That's a fucking problem. I noticed that pattern with the pro-Israel people.
Bro, I have a buddy of mine calling me from Afghanistan. This is like late 2000, when was it? October 2001 when you guys went there? And he's like calling me because the Netherlands joined as well, right? We're an ally of the U.S. This is like March, whatever. He's like, Lou, and it's like a fucked up connection, right? I don't know if you remember that, Sig, if you were making calls back home, but he's like literally like, it was a short phone call. He's like, I have no fucking idea what we're doing here in Afghanistan. Every village we visit is like we're being welcomed with like coffee, tea, as little as those people have over there. Excuse me, they don't try to fucking immediately decapitate you or like have a freaking bomb car driving at you, a freaking patrol car. It's like, we're in Afghanistan for like, I think it was the 5th or the 6th month. And he's like, there is no terrorism. Like, we're just being welcomed by the Taliban.
That's how it was for me, bro. I was sharing that same story, bro. Same thing happened to me when I went to fucking Iraq, bro. Yeah.
And like you're literally, because in the Afghan culture it's like wrestling, and you have like literally they have like freaking wrestling matches, right? Like the guns were being laid, bro. He's like, I swear to God, we had our fucking rifles, right? Against all fucking protocol, you never lay your rifle down, right? In case of, it's like we had our rifles being put aside, right? And we're just having a freaking coffee, tea, and it's like there is no hostility. There is like nothing. They're not even being like, oh, you're an epic Christian or whatsoever, right? Yeah. And then it makes me wonder, how long Israel? Yes, I freaking hate the entire fucking state, Israel, and everything it stands for. In case somebody's recording me, in case not, you enjoy me saying this, here you have it again. It's like, how long have they been doing this? That they somehow are like blackmailing the U.S. government. I mean, I don't believe it just started 30 years ago. Well, was we went to Iraq the first time.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, see, I don't know about you, but like, what I used to get upset about is we would get intel, and a lot of times our intel would most likely be coming from either SIS, sometimes, I wouldn't say Mossad, I really don't know, but what would get upset is, and see, I don't know what your job function was when you was over there, at least in Iraq and Afghanistan, but dude, when we would go search a house, you know, fucking boondock time of the day, and then next thing you know, we're fucking, you know, people that were solid to us, next thing you know, we're dragging them out, putting fucking zip ties on them, and then the next day, I used to get upset because now these people got hard feelings towards us, and now their family or their neighbor, now they're gonna discredit us, and we deal with a lot of that shit, and guys, you know, say this, me and I can back Sig up on this, dude. When we start finding out, like fucking 15 years later, that civilian contractors were basically continually egging on the war, and I'll say it that way because Iraq and Afghanistan militarily were done within, I would just say, 3 months. Okay, all we dealt with going forward is militias or shit that was instigated by civilian contractors. Like, and when I say instigated, like, I don't know if you guys know where J-Bad is, but dude, that province, the Aliyah province, loved the coalition force. We was out with water, helping them with food, humanitarian aid, and then civilian contractors that have come in, not just for America, but Israel, Germany would come in. Next thing you know, they fucking crap the family off, and now we're just back to square one, because civilian contractors turn around and just fucked everything up, and now we're paying the price for it. So that's the shit that we saw every day. And then when we found out about that, dude, I felt like shit because I can only speak for myself. There's a lot of times we went in to consider high value targets, and finding out about this information, that it was corporate greed, it was contractors trying to basically splurge it out. And then I'm like, bro, maybe that dude that we just snatched out and fucking had contact with, maybe that dude had no idea, and what would I do if that happened to me? You know, if someone kicked in my door, I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna fight to the last moment. And I don't know about you, Sig, but, after I heard that shit, dude, that's kind of where my brain went. It was like, yeah, did this dude just fight for his family?
Right.
And not because he's a bad guy?
Right, and that was exactly our experience there, Steppy, because I was 6283, so fixed wing mechanic prowlers.
Yeah.
And they pulled me to do 5 security, so we're outside the wire doing patrols. So we were interacting with the nationals out there, the Iraqi people and shit, but it was like, when they briefed us before we fucking went over there, it was just all this negative shit, again, it's Islamic terrorism, they're fucking Hajis, this and that, da-da-da-da-da, be on your fucking guard, they hate Americans, and then we went over there, and it's like, dealing with these people, they were super nice, hospitable, same thing, bringing us fucking food, fucking offering us cigarettes, fucking smoking and joking, laughing. I mean, just extremely kind, extremely hospitable people. And that's when we started having the conversations like, wait, we were told that these people fucking hate us, and clearly they fucking don't. They're super nice, extremely fucking nice, and well-mannered. And then that's when we started all having the conversations. And we were assigned, we had British Royal Air Force attached to us and the French Air Force attached to us. And they were even chimed in on the conversations, kind of shocked, because they're like, God damn, American Marines, you guys are just like, all we know about you guys just want to go in and kick ass and kill and fucking, kick ass and take names later. And they were really surprised that we were having these conversations and doubting our own government, doubting our own missions, and the reasons why we were there and what we were doing and what we were told. So it changed a lot of us, man. A lot of us, it changed.
Like we dealt with individuals. I would say over there, if you didn't fuck with them, they didn't fuck with you. And a lot of times where they end up fucking with you is when they start bringing in money. That's when I saw a lot of shit transition. Was it 2012? I was over there. Fucking, they would literally bring bodies over, like if they had like a dispute where someone had died, right? They would bring over and be like, hey, Taliban, we shot Taliban, and then we're gonna fucking pay them, or so money's the root of all evil, and we saw that a lot over there too. But the ROI, dude, changed so much. I don't know about you, but from 2003, first time I ever made it to country. The ROI changed up pretty fucking quick towards the tail end, when I would say, I would like to say peacetime, around the peacetime area of 2015. Like, I don't know about you, sir, but like the ROI kept jumping. I mean, shit, even the AO was all over the fucking place.
Well, that's why a lot of troops started doubting, man. You know, like I said, when you hear, you know, when you listen to what you've been told and what you've been briefed on, all those pre-deployment briefs and shit, and you get over there and experience for yourself, man, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, hold up, what the fuck is going on, you know? And same thing that I've been watching a lot of travel videos, American citizens, European citizens traveling to Iran, just as free citizens, you know, free civilians as civilians, just going over there with spending their own money and traveling and vlogging and documenting. And I've seen nothing but great experiences over there. Didn't see any hostility from the Iranian government towards these people. Didn't see any hostility from the civilians towards these people. And you know, these are vlogs from, you know, from anywhere from the past year to 10 years back. So it's not like it's all shit that after, you know, October 7th or this new conflict we got in. This is shit, you know, spanning up to 10 years back where people have vlogged. It's just been nothing but good experiences. And I've seen nothing but hospitality and warm welcoming from Iranian citizens. Like I said, no issues with any of the governments, no nothing. But yet, when I go and I look at travel vlogs of Americans going to Israel, I can't say the same thing, bro. I see niggas getting spit on, niggas getting assaulted, especially fucking Christians. I see IDF coming, smacking cameras out of people's fucking hands, telling them to shut their cameras off. And of course, not all of them. You know, there's some good instances where people, you know, have gone there and their vlogs are you know, them visiting Israel have been decent. But again,
who's to say that that's true?
Well, I'm gonna be fair. The one thing I'm gonna do is be fair. You know, so I did see good travel vlogs from people visiting Israel, but I did see a lot of the opposite, where Israeli government was intimidating civilians and travelers that were there that had cameras and were pointing their cameras in directions that IDF didn't want them to point in, being intimidated, like I said, being assaulted, being spit on, things like that. So, you know, like I said, I'm seeing with my own eyes the different experiences as an American or as a European when you take your own money and you travel to one of these two regions as a civilian. I've noticed there's way worse treatment going to Israel than there is going to Iran. So that's kind of threw up a red flag. You know, the past few days I've been watching these vlogs and just kind of seeing the difference between people traveling between both spots.
I'm gonna look up something really quick. I'll share it in the chat and then you can look at it.
If you guys in the audience want to come up, hand raises off, man, feel free. Come on up. But yeah, man, like I said, man, I'm wondering where this blind loyalty is. If it's because people are really this fucking, you know, heartless and corrupt, and they just want America no matter what, Israel no matter what, or people are not really educated and they don't know that, hey, there's context, there's past to this shit, there's escalations to this shit that I think, you know, I wasn't aware of this shit. You know, like I said, all I heard, the whole narrative was death to America. And yeah, you know, initially I'm going to be like, hey, anybody that screams death to America, yeah, fuck them. You know, fuck them. I think that's reasonable. But like I said, you know, you start doing your research and realizing, hey, all of this shit was escalated. No evidence of Iran ever being the fucking provoker or the initial attacker. You know, look at how they treated American hostages. You free women, you free blacks, and the reasoning why you say you're freeing the women and blacks is because they're an oppressed minority. You don't believe in involving them in this shit. You know, the military that you do capture that are hostages, yeah, you know, they whoop some ass and try to get some information out of them, but once they got to the point where it was critical medical attention needed, you release them so they can get medical attention so they wouldn't die. You know, I see niggas playing by rules, man, and then when I look on the other side, I keep seeing Israel and the United States constantly breaking their agreement, breaking their word. attacking first, preventing these people from defending themselves, preventing these people from being sovereign, even though out of the same breath, specifically the United States is, you got God-given rights, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. You got the right to defend yourself. These rights are given to you by God, so no man or no government can take them away. Then why the fuck are we extending that to other people that we share this globe?
Well, see, I hear you, and I agree with you. But where I get upset is when people get upset with like Pepe, they get upset because, or even using questioning allegations with Israel. I respect Israel as our ally. I do. I understand they are an ally, just like we have other allies in the region. We got Turkey. We have
benefit the United States. City.
So are you gonna let me finish?
Go ahead.
Thank you. But I don't think it's fair when someone like Pepe or like you, Sid, or anybody on this platform or in this clubhouse decides saying, hey, these are stuff that I'm finding and have questions regarding it, and they get shot down because they question it. I don't think they're questioning Israel on being a bad country. I think they're questioning why is this occurring, and I think everybody should have the right to ask those questions and not get targeted for saying it. Because the same thing, the way I look at it is our allies in NATO, or let's say Israel. Let's say if America decided to take Mexico, okay, and our ally, and we asked Israel, our other allies, to help out, I'm sure their countrymen and women would have questions saying, hey, are we encouraging them to come down and get involved in a war that has nothing to do with us? So that's where I'm at, okay? Luke, I understand you don't like my opinion about Israel being our ally.
I never said that.
And the way you're asking me questions.
No, I asked you a simple question. How does Israel benefit the United States of America? Go ahead.
Well, militarily,
How?
they are eyes. Militarily, they are eyes and ears.
How?
In the Middle East, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm just explaining. There are eyes and ears. They do have the ability to relay intel to us.
Which of the intel turned out to be factual?
I'm not here to debate factual or not factual.
So then how does it benefit you when you say intel?
I'm not here to debate intel. You asked
how, and I
gave you a statement. I gave you a statement.
Yeah, but it's not true.
Okay, to your opinion.
No, then you have to back up your claim how the intel is beneficially to the United States. You don't have nothing.
They provide intel.
Okay, can you give me any intel that they provided the United States with that turned out to be 100% factual? One example, please.
So when someone is asking questions and then someone replies and then someone jumps in immediately, if they don't like the response that was given to them.
That's a fair question, Steffi. He's just asking you back, why? That's fair, bro. That's fair. That is 100% fair, bro. He's accepting your claim, and he's just asking why. Why do you hold your opinion? Why do you have that opinion? Yeah, that's fair, Steffi.
Which intel turned out to be factual from Israel?
Well, intel can never be factual. Why? Because intel is based off of an intelligent opinion on a claim of something happening. That's what intel is. It's not factual. There's nothing factual about intelligence.
So they don't have to be factual about the claims that they passed on regarding the intelligence that they gathered and just make anything up. It's like, hey, bomb that Islamic country.
Well, yeah, we're really stepping. I think the question that Lovick is really asking is, why would this intel be beneficial? Whether or not factual, I don't even care. Why is it beneficial? Why is it intel beneficial to make us an ally?
Well, if I give you an example, we have a lot of assets in the Middle East. We got bases in the Middle East, okay? And so if Israel finds a potential threat, they can relay that to the United States military or to our commander-in-chief and the intelligence department, saying, hey, we're witnessing a potential threat that might damage your assets in the region.
So I just want to make sure I understand your position. Your position is that they are an ally of us. They benefit us. What they benefit us is with intel, because our military bases are in a region that is, again, that views America and Israel, because we're allies with Israel, as enemies. And so they can attack those military bases because we're in those regions. Wouldn't the most logical response be is to get those military bases out of the region so our troops aren't attacked?
Well, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but where they're at, they are, I would call it a halfway point. If the United States was to, let's say Russia, let's use a game plan like Russia. Let's say Russia was to attack one of our NATO allies. Well, it would be a good halfway point to have those military assets there, to have a quick launch or a rapid response team to basically interject and assist NATO. So I understand where you're coming from, where it is that much imminent threat. Why are you going to have assets in that region? Also, you got to realize, too, we also have a lot of these bases there from the previous 20-year war that we all were in, between Iraq, Afghanistan, and it's I would say a good median point to where you can have, let's say you exfil out of, let's say, Iraq. You have a good place so that your military can either go to Qatar, Saudi Arabia, maybe even Jordan, okay? And, that way you're not bringing in other resources to bring it domicile. So my question for you is, so if we have these other countries, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, who are allies to us, we have military bases in those regions, can they not provide us intel to the potential attacks that they would have against their own country? Or potentially, really, Israel, who's again not an ally towards any Middle Eastern country, really, in the Middle East, there's a few friendlies that they have, but they don't truly have a true ally in the Middle East. Wouldn't, maybe that ally who only, which isn't even countries, wouldn't cutting them off be maybe even a better plan if we wanted to keep military bases in the Middle East, who those countries definitely hate and have said in their own words that verbatim on why they hate America's involvement against Israel? Well, you do bring up pretty good solid points, Keegan. You really do. But maybe I am a fool in you guys' opinion, but I don't think Israel, maybe, let me see, the best way I can say is...
No, Steppy, you remind me of my father, right? Like you are a veteran, I don't know how old you are, I know I'm young on this app, so I say I'm with my father, but you are a veteran. I really do think that you and, I think that, at the end of the day, us Americans, we have to realize, we were in a war, and again, I was very young for it. We were in a war for 20 years in the Middle East, And all we have to show for it is hundreds of thousands of Americans die from PTSD and diseases, and really nothing else. So I really just don't want that to happen again. And I'm afraid that this war with Iran is going to be the case.
Well, I'm with you on that. From the beginning, I was never really for a conflict with Iran. I really wasn't.
So real quick, Steffi, which country is telling you for, I would say like give or take 25 years, Iran is weeks away from developing a nuclear warhead? Who's saying that? For decades, like weeks away, 2 weeks away, a month away, 2 months away. Do you know who was saying that for decades?
Tell me, my guy.
Benjamin Swine Netanyahu, also known as Benjamin Netanyahu. For decades, there is an entire compilation that ever since this guy is involved in politics, he's screaming from the top of his lungs. Iran is weeks away from developing nuclear warheads, weapons of mass destruction, and so on and so on. It's always weeks. And here we are, 25 years later, 3 decades later, and there is nothing. There is nothing. Zero. Afghanistan, zero. Iraq, zero. First and the second time. So you blew like Afghanistan was estimated somewhere in between $7 and $9 trillion, and a bunch of body bags with U.S. military men. And you gained zero. And this is all the so-called, which you like to believe, which you're entitled to that opinion, right? Intelligence that came from Israel. And how many men did they send there to fight? How many body bags did they have? Zero. I don't know what it's going to take for y'all to see this, man.
And someone in the chat, I kind of want to read also, kind of maybe can go through these. The benefits, and this is such an AI response. I mean, I can tell AI when I see AI. These are some of the benefits. So yeah, strategic military, intelligence, counterterrorism technology, influence, economic trade benefits. Am I in the Matrix? Can anyone hear me?
You're turning out a little bit.
Okay. Economic and trade benefits, medical and science research. Number one is, I want to make this very clear, there is no economic benefits to Israel. We've actually given more money than they've ever produced for, or exported for them, right? They're a welfare state by and large. We have to understand that. Israel would not exist in the current state it's at without the support economically from America. So we have to understand that right there, I don't even know where that even comes from. Now, on top of that, again, counterterrorism, again, I can make the logical response of, if we're not involved in the Middle East, the Middle East doesn't hate us. Henceforth, we wouldn't see terrorism. We wouldn't need counterterrorism against this nation. So we've allied ourselves with a country that is hated, and in turn has hated us. A lot of reasons are involvement with them. And then on top of that, you have, the idea that they have innovation in medical research. Well, really, the largest thing, the most proud thing that Israel can be proud of is bringing puberty blockers to mainstream America. That's the largest medical innovation that they've ever had in the 21st century. We have to understand that when it comes to vaccine development, when it comes to medical development, it is America, by and large, and then a few European countries like Italy, and then China. Those are the countries. Israel is not on that list when you think of medical advancement or any form of happening. They don't have great colleges or anything like that. So we have to understand that. And the reason why that is, and why people are deciding to say that now for some reason, no one's going to the universities to study medicine or study vaccine technology. That's not happening. They're all coming to America. They're going to sometimes in Italy again, like I said. So, we have to realize when people say, what's the benefit? And again, I do agree that simply the benefit is their intel. But their intel is not useful when it becomes not factual. When they say that there's nuclear bombs being developed and there's no nuclear bombs being developed, when they give us intel over different terrorist groups that, again, other countries could easily give us, or giving us intel that our military bases would be attacked from countries that they don't live in, giving us intel that our bases in America are going to be, our bases in Israel are going to be attacked, doesn't matter, because if we don't have a base in Israel, it doesn't matter. So I just think that there's not really any benefits for America to be involved in Israel. Maybe in the future, but right now, we should not, there's really no reason for us to be such heavy allies towards Israel other than their influence over our policy. AIPAC is buying our politicians, a foreign lobby that's not labeled as a foreign lobby, which is crazy. But yeah, so that's really my issue. When people say that here's the benefits of what Israel does, it's their medical advancements when they don't have great universities. No one's going to universities there, but whatever. And then you look at see what the innovations are. There's nothing. Every weapons that they've ever developed in Israel all have truly been developed in America when you actually break it down. So just everything that comes from Israel has been false, not factual. Nor is this country truly doing anything for America.
And then too, militarily, because I kept hearing that, they help us with our military technology. No, because everything that we possess that is built and manufactured and engineered in the United States, it's way better than what Israel has. Like their Sling of David defense system, our THAAD defense system, our Patriot missile system, way better. Way better than anything that Israel has set up as far as their military defense as well. So, yeah, I can see if all their shit outshined our shit, that'd be available, but it just doesn't. It just doesn't. So again, there's no military advantage there when we hold we have the pinnacle as far as military technology. Defense and offense. They use our planes for fuck's sakes. F-35s, again, those are American planes, and they use them. Name one Israel plane that they use that's in their arsenal right now. Everything that they use is American made.
I have a question for you, Sig. May I speak, please?
Yeah, absolutely, Danny. Yeah, welcome to the stage, man. You go right ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. I am an Iranian American who are victim of the most government in Middle East since my birth. And I believe you're American, Sig. Is that correct? Or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's correct. Yes.
I mean, I believe our governments are in the war, but we are not as a people. Even if the fact that I'm from Los Angeles, I'm talking to you, and I believe strongly people do not go to the war with people. We are all united, and politicians taking us to the war and problem. Do we agree on that basis, boss? Or
yeah, that's what most people saying, and Americans have had that stance for a long time. Is that it's the top dogs that keep getting us into these conflicts, fighting against each other. Yet none of their sons or daughters or themselves. There used to be a time where our leaders used to, were veterans and had a plethora of fucking warfighting experience, and those days are gone. Most of our politicians have not served. The vast majority have not served. And yes, absolutely. You look at our neighborhoods, you look at our streets, different religions, different economic backgrounds, different ethnicities. We're not out here warring every day and fighting each other every single day. We learn how to get along and just get out there and grind and put food on our family's tables to survive. So absolutely, I agree with you.
And do you mind if I ask if you're from East Coast or West Coast, boss?
Midwest, man. Detroit, Michigan.
Midwest?
Yep.
Oh, wow. So you have a lot of trade with Canadian border, huh? A lot of coming and going.
Yeah, I'm in Canada multiple times a week, Canada, Mexico for my job. I fly around. lower 48, Mexico, Canada. Yeah, so I've been to all three countries multiple times.
So I guess you enjoy the harassment of ICE and FBI and airports, especially if you are Middle Eastern and you have a Palestinian support in your head, and like they will do everything to just block your flights or your. Oh, do you know what I'm talking about, boss?
I don't, because of my job. I get special clearance, so I'm actually. I'm actually KCN, so I'm known crew member, so I got extensive background checks and shit. So yeah, I get to bypass all those security lines and just walk right through.
So the problem that we have, at least the personal problems I have for 10-year Wakili, is I have two identities. I mean, like,
Is it just me?
allies back then, they used to back then,
You gotta go back about 10 seconds, brother, because you cut out. We couldn't hear you. Go back about 10 seconds.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Yep, you got it.
Yeah, so like, my mom and dad used to have a very good relationship back then before the revolution in 1980. For whatever reason, they decided to give me a birth. And then, exactly on the time that I was born, they decided to divorce for whatever reason. And it affects everything in Middle East. I mean, I don't know how to explain that. And like, if we think about how we communicate about peace and freedom, we can create a lot of solution for that. If we just say, this problem is between government of Iran and government of US, because I don't believe either side represent the people, sir. With all respect, with all my deepest respect, I don't think both governments represent the real interests of the people. And right now, I don't know what to say. And the victim of whatever is happening is the children of those countries from both sides. It doesn't matter if you're Palestinian. It doesn't matter if you're Lebanese. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, Muslim, Jew, Israeli, whatever. Do you agree on that, boss, or you are disagreeing with me?
Yeah, I can agree with you to a certain extent on that. And I want to ask you, you said you're Iranian American, right? Yeah,
I was born in Iran and I raised in Turkey. I have a Turkish blood, and then I came to America. And right now, all of my identity is colliding with each other. So if you're swearing to the Constitution of the United States, and you swear to that, which I had to do when I get in my American passport, one way or another, you should understand that our governments are playing on the ground field of small countries like Lebanon and Palestine to gain their interest. Do you understand that? I mean, like, this is not what the people of that region wants from both sides. Do you agree with me, or you?
To a certain extent, I can a little bit, not 100% entirely. But let me ask you, when's the last time you've been to Iran?
Before like 2 years ago.
Okay, how long were you there for?
That's a very good question. I was being integrated by Homeland Security about that. Actually, for like 4 months, sir. Okay. Is there anything illegal to visit my hometown in your eyes?
No. I just want to ask you, because I actually wanted, since you've actually been there, because we're here in two sides, right? We have people on this app who are right here.
We are not in two sides. No. We are all human beings.
No. Hear me out, Tan. Hear me out. You're not catching. You're not picking up what I'm putting down. What I'm saying is we're here in two sides. So we have Iranian people who have close ties to Iran that have been on this app, and they're saying one side, which is, the Iranian government is horrible. They treat their people horribly. We need to be freed. We're being oppressed. And then there's the other side that says, no, we actually like.
Wait. Do you think you are a free man? Sick?
Do I think I'm a free man?
Yeah.
Not 100%. No, absolutely not. No.
So you pay taxes, a lot of taxes, to put the food on your table, right?
Yes, correct.
So why the government of America is using that tax money for the interest of the government of Israel instead of anyone in this earth? You know what I'm saying? That's the whole key. So Iran is creating an arsenal next to the Israel to make sure that it has a war zone so they can send a message to America. And right now, the president of this country, which I don't have zero respect for him, is taking us to the world war. So he's just sending a message to Putin. He just wants to have a deal with Putin, one way or another. And we are all of the globe are victim of this childish, stupid war, man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But I wanted to ask you. I'm talking to my homeland countries, where my Muslim brothers and sisters from Turkey or Lebanon or anyone. I said I have a lot of respect for the stress and problem that Israeli children and mothers are suffering right now. I have respect for them.
You mean Palestinians? I mean Palestinians, not Israel.
No.
There's
the enemy of
by the government for opposing Israel's actions. Yeah, there's
enemy
on the streets right now. Yeah,
the enemy of this war right now. The people, the government of the people who are trying to missile my country. Those children and mothers, they don't want war. Absolutely, they don't want to go through all of this problem.
So let me get back to my question I was asking you, Tank. Are you there? Can you hear me? Yo, Tank.
Right.
Can you hear me? Tank, can you hear me? You there?
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, so I wanted to go back to the question I was asking you. Since you've been to Iran recently within the last few years,
yes, sir.
What is your take on the government as far as how it treats its people there? Do you see a majority of people
Yes, sir.
Of course. So you got it in totality, and then you got the floor. Are you seeing more people opposed to Iranian government, and you see that the people are oppressed by the government, or do you see more people supporting the government?
That's a very good question. Let me ask you the same question for you. How many percentage of American people are against this war or along with this war? Can you answer that?
Yeah, from what I've seen, the majority are. But that kind of goes to,
That's the whole Turkey. Is it 51%?
Well,
is it 51% or 70% or 90%? That's the whole key.
It's in the 60s. Yeah, it's in the 60s.
And but based on what the statistic? That's the whole key.
Polls.
That's the whole key. Yeah, that's the whole key.
Different polls, yeah. So, and that's why I'm asking you, because here, depending on where you go and ask that question, because the same things with Americans. If you go to more liberal states and more liberal cities, they're going to tell you our government is oppressing our people, and our government is the evil regime that's killing Americans, and our police departments are killing and slaughtering Americans, things like that. But if you go to another section or location of the United States, you'll hear the exact opposite. So I'm wondering, based on your take, and it's not right or wrong. It's just I'm just curious.
But sir. I think we are missing the conversation here. All I'm trying to say is this war is not going to gain anything to the people of any country. Do you agree with that? We are going to have a hateful, dangerous, and the relationship in the Middle East is not going to be the same. There is not going to be any free country after this war. It's just going to be like a war era in between Hitler and the rest of the world. So we have to live with the fact, Iranian people have to live with this fear that any moment they have to protect the children And this is not at least what we want. And then we can discuss if we are pro-government or against the government. But I can tell you 99% of my people, they don't want war at all.
But here's the thing, and this is where I'm coming from, Tam, because one of the reasons the United States entered this war, what was told to us by President Trump and his administration, is that the people of Iran are being repressed and there needs to be a regime change.
Wait a second. You don't think the American people are not being repressed by the U.S. government? All of this ISIS stuff? No. To be honest.
Yeah, I'm not.
So I am asking your fellow countryman, ICE agent. No. I want the ICE agent to go to this war with the same mask, with the same gun. If they are brave enough, go to the war zone and start keep the illegals from the war zone. That's the thing.
You're dodging my question. You're not really answering. I'll answer your question, but I'd like you to answer my question in return. So to answer your question, yes, in some ways our government is oppressing us. Yes. In some ways they are, in some ways they aren't. It depends on what topic you want to get on. So it's a half and half answer to that. But that's what I'm asking you. Based on your opinion, based on your experience, is the government Iran oppressing people?
Of course.
And in what ways are those? I'm curious.
If I understand your question correctly, you're asking me if I have any support for this government or I'm not. Is that correct? Do you see what I mean?
Yes, that's correct. I'm just asking you, based on your experience of being in Iran, is the Iranian government oppressing the people there?
Iranian government is the most corrupted, violent officer in the Middle East. I can tell you, I can testify about that. And I can say 70%.
In what ways, sir?
Because they are using the sanction as an excuse to bully other countries.
Quick question, Tam.
Yes.
Why are all these sanctions for almost 50 years being put on Iran without Iran attacking or threatening to kill any or attack any country in the world? So
that's a very good question. We have to go back to history and global issue. I can give you a lot of information, but that information is just going to bore you.
No, because I've been reading into this material for over 20 years, and there is nothing that Iran has done as in opposing a threat to destroy America or destroying anybody.
That's not correct. After the revolution, the Iranian government, or I can say the hardcore revolutionists, take 52 diplomats for 444 days. That's again.
That is not opposing to destroy.
The core of that sanction came from that divorce in between Iranian government and U.S. government. So Jimmy Carter said, either give my diplomat back or I'm going to put a sanction on you.
This is what every country in the world does.
But Jimmy Carter,
diplomats. It's not something that Iran does.
Are you sure about that? So the Israeli government didn't bomb the Iranian embassy in Syria? It didn't kill.
Because they've been bombing embassies every year.
Sure. That's the whole point. It's just like we have two neighbors, my friend.
So when Iran has arrested and keeps 52 diplomats in custody, that's not a reason to hey, you know what, sanctions for freaking half a century. It makes no sense.
And who's that? Is it Sikh who's asking this question or someone else?
I don't think his gripe is the Iranian people are being oppressed and they need help, but we don't like war. Well, who the fuck likes war, bro?
That's the whole point, my friend. I
know, but it's no one likes war, but it has to be done. You guys don't want to be oppressed. You don't want to be treated like shit by your government and fucking mass murdered. So we're taking care of it for you. You guys
this is how you are treating the foreign interest in American history. I think that a lot of Mexicans really need your support. Why you are not free with? And wait a second. So why are you not freeing Mexico from cartels? Why are you not?
Are you not watching the news?
Yeah, I think that would have been a better use of our time to go after the cartels to go into Iran for Israel's sake. Just to be
So
we did.
This is an international.
Yes, we did. You don't remember this like a month ago when the cartels were out?
We did not know. I mean, I'm talking about like full-on military operation.
Well, Trump already said that we're going to take care of Cuba and the cartels afterwards. So no, we're going to get it all done. Then we're going to.
You're not in the war zone. We are all human beings. We are people.
I mean, you're not in the war zone. You're obviously not in Iran.
Dan, are you trying to tell us that we should be going into Iran and a military operation?
I am telling you, freedom is just a bullshit word the politicians use. There is no freedom in America. There is no freedom in the Middle East, and there is no freedom in the globe.
We have more freedom. It's on the spectrum. God damn it, bitch. It's on a spectrum. We definitely have more freedom than Iranian people. Let's not kid ourselves. But I'm just curious. Short yes or no, do you support the war in Iran?
No, I don't support any war, sir. I don't want any innocent children.
It's a passive.
Done for this missile game. We are not in a red alert game. We are not in the game. It's just real bullshit. I mean, like, for the next 30 years, all of these children are going to be victims of psychology.
Your faggot ass fucking enjoys the freedom you got that we had to fight for.
You know what though? He's just an anti-war guy, but he's not trying like the other. Shut the fuck up, bitch, before you go to the audience. Holy shit! I hate being interrupted. At least he's not some brown third worlder just trying to talk us into another fucking war like a lot of the other people on this app. So I can appreciate that.
Well, that's what's called common sense.
I would like to apologize that I exercised my freedom of speech in LAX, and I'm sorry as a Middle Eastern that I hurt you, my friend. I send my deepest sympathy and my love and my human identity to all of the Israeli and Palestinian children who are going to be victims of these missiles and stupid games that we play in our war zone. American people, Israeli people, we are all people. And this corrupted politician doesn't know what he's doing, man. He's taking he's just playing with Putin.
No,
how we can stop the war?
He's fucking with Xi Jinping, actually. Not as much.
I didn't want to disrespect the president of this country that gave me a freedom. I love American people.
Are you on a visa or are you on a U.S.?
You don't disrespect the pedophile?
I don't want to disrespect of the people who vote for this president.
Dan, are you a visa holder or a green card holder?
I am an Iranian American. Hey.
So you're a citizen or a green card holder?
I'm a citizen.
Hey, Rich. Hey, you're Luke thing. You tell her, what, is he a pedophile? Tell me, did you read all 4 million pages?
No, he didn't.
Because you're making claims that he's a pedophile, but yet there's nothing in there that's saying he is.
Yeah, there actually is. I'm not saying that he is, but there's actually evidence that he should have been under investigation, which Cash Patel and Pam Botany clearly tried to cover up and hide. So yeah, because he knew.
Investigation. See, I get that investigation, but or to be investigated to see if he did commit crime. But
wait. You're saying the Democrats, after fucking 10 years,
they
didn't investigate the Epstein connection and try to. They left that one particular weapon off.
They're making Russian dossier before making fake bullshit on Trump. But
So let me ask you this one question.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. May I ask a secret question? Wait.
Give me one second. Dan, I ask you this question. Do you condemn the false information, the going to Iraq and Afghanistan?
I'm sorry, I'm being emotional. Could you repeat that question?
No, the question is for Steffi. Steffi, you're there?
Sorry.
What do you want to know?
What I want to know from you.
You mean false information about Iraq, not Afghanistan?
Can somebody put him in the emergency box
No,
of television?
Afghanistan was accurate.
Is there a
Afghanistan was not a mistake. That was literally a response.
Only Iraq.
To get the telegram.
Iraq
But
was
Dan, did you condemn the false information about Iraq?
I have a.
Hold on one second. So, Steffi, what did you do in Afghanistan? What was in Afghanistan? What was the urge to go there?
What was my orders to go there?
Are you like deaf? My question is, what was the urge to go there?
I just want to make
You say, what was your reasoning? What was your reasoning for being in Afghanistan?
I wanted 30. That's why I was asking.
What?
That's not what he said. I'll say it for him. Go ahead.
So what was the reason you were in Afghanistan? Osama. So you were in Afghanistan for 20 years. Then he turned out to be in Pakistan, for as much as that was true.
At the very end, yes.
Yo, is there a model?
He was in Afghanistan hiding his.
Hold on, Rick, I got this.
Oh, he got something. He got something.
You know why? Yeah. You know why he was in Afghanistan? Just like, so the dumb ones died first, and then the smart ones run to Pakistan.
The dumb
That's
ones.
what happens. Yeah, the dumb ones died first, and then the smart ones run to Afghanistan.
Were they as smart as you are?
Back.
Were they as smart as you are, Steffi?
You're talking to me, right? So the dumb ones died, right?
Really? Did they die or did they get killed?
Huh? You call it tomato, whatever you want to call it,
the
bro.
same thing. They're dead.
Thank you.
So you have no incredible evidence that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. You had no evidence.
Actually, we did.
That Osama.
We had him. We confirmed.
No, you did. The only thing you had was an hand job. You did not have shit.
We actually did.
You did.
You guys mind if I ask him a question? I respect his opinion. I respect his.
Oh, he's a Nazi who hates Jews in Israel. Go ahead.
No.
Luke Biggins.
I'm sorry. I'm just respect his freedom of speech. Let me ask this question for him. Do we really feel Iran is going to attack America so badly that we have to attack just with airplanes so we prevent that war? No, I don't want to play the bad argument. So Iranian was so much hassle to attack.
Can I have that 101?
Why don't you let it finish?
No, Dan, I'll let you get off. Luke, you're attacking. I get what you're coming from, dude. You're upset
Why
about
don't you
my
allow him to
involvement.
just finish your question? What are we doing?
No, this is between us. This is
There's
between
nothing
us.
between us, bro. I mean, to women. You don't have a woman.
You got it.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm just gonna ask you, yes, sir. And sir.
No. I will be a fucking A-check. Wait. Bro, I understand.
Terrible.
Thank you, Rich. I understand you have an issue with Israel. I understand.
But you
Don't do this.
Hold on. Let's set the answer, and then you guys can respond after. Go ahead, Seppi.
I understand Iraq. Afghanistan was there for a purpose. Osama took off, okay? And it took a long time to get a hold of his ass, okay? If you're going to sit here and try to bastardize me for what I did for my country, I take no shame in it. Me and my brothers, we took care of business, and we did what we could to come home.
Your brothers, motherfucker, you better be ready to suck. I don't appreciate that. No insults. Please, no insults. Let him finish.
Bye, Big.
If you're going to sit here and say that I should be ashamed, I'm not. I'm ashamed of the reality that in Iraq was that we was led to the wrong purpose. But I'm not ashamed for the actions that me and my fellow brothers and sisters humanely and under the Right Geneva Convention, we executed our job with morals, respect, and dignity and honor.
By killing 1 million Iraqis.
2 3s and 5 6s.
So you killed 1 to 2 million Iraqi citizens, and you take proud of that. That's like my pride.
No, it was 3 to 5 million civilians. It was 1.5 million combatants.
May I ask him a question, sir? May I ask him?
Literally lost 4,000 in 20 years.
They're rookie numbers. Look at World War II in Germany. They're rookie numbers.
Thank you for your service. Appreciate you.
I would like to ask him just a very simple question, sir. Is that possible? The moderator speak.
Who?
I would like to ask this guy a very simple.
You can ask whatever question you want, but let me.
You want to ask him a question? Yeah, go ahead.
I got this. Hold on, Tam, real quick. If you ask a question, then give people room to breathe and respond to it, all right? And then you can rebut.
Yes.
But I would like him to just listen to me and just let me finish because I become emotional. Okay, I'm just going to listen. I'm just going to slow down. I'm just going to tip it up. I will ask my question 10-15 minutes from now.
Go ahead, Papa. Are you gonna answer me a question or what?
I am.
What?
No, I think Tan is done.
What happened?
You said you were gay.
For your mother?
Wait, you become gay for my mother? Sure, makes sense.
Yeah, she pegs me. Some people say that's gay. It's all right.
So you like being pegged out there?
By your mother, yeah? It's all right.
So you're
Come on, him. His mom is clearly a dyke.
It's only gay if you want guys.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Unpopular opinion. It's not gay. I don't care.
All right, let's get back on topic, man. So, Ted, did you want to ask your question or what, man?
Tan said he's too emotional because he's a pacifist and he can't collect himself to ask a question.
Yeah,
Ludwig said he's gonna console him with his mouth.
Let's go back to my question, Tan, because you never really answered it. This is what I just want your honest opinion of what the general consensus is based on your experience in Iran. It just, like I said, it doesn't matter whether we agree or not. I just want to hear your sides. I'm hearing both sides. I'm hearing two different sides of the coin on this. So I would just like to hear what your experience is there and what you honestly think.
I don't understand the question, so I'm so sorry that my English is not good enough for you guys. I don't understand the question.
Okay, so I'll ask the question again. Based on you said you've been in Iran within the last few years, right? You were there for 4 months. So based on your general consensus, is the government oppressing the people? Like,
He said that when you asked him earlier.
I believe I understand.
Yeah, he said the Iranian people are being oppressed by the government, obviously, is what he said. But he said we don't want war, and he's only saying that because he's a pacifist and he doesn't want to see any war at any time because innocents die.
But you see,
It's a more cohesive statement than what Ludwig makes. But Ludwig I'm most of this. Yeah, I said exactly what you said.
you're just putting word in my mouth.
All right, what are your words, Tan?
Is this war with Iran is a very, 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 very necessary thing to protect the interests of American
Jesus
people?
Christ, yes. We already said that.
Okay. So it's not about.
Yeah, we have military bases all over the Middle East, and they keep attacking.
Yeah.
And Soleimani talking about how to build millions of IEDs.
Just shot our British. They don't attack them unprovoked. They only attack when they're attacked. There's not one attack on our Iran side that has been unprovoked. All their attacks have been in response to being attacked.
Beirut bombing? I don't know if that could call it retaliation.
That was retaliation, Brad. Definitely would.
saying the Iranians are retaliating or the U.S. and Israel?
No. I'm just talking about myself.
Yeah, hold the fuck up. Which one did you mean to say?
So yeah, it's Iran is
What was the retaliation for?
Oh, Iran's retaliating is what you're saying. I thought you were saying something stupid. Sorry.
So let's just
Stop talking, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, give me a second.
So Iran attacks, then the U.S. attacks, then Iran attacks, the U.S. attacks, then Iran attacks.
Actually, it's been the exact opposite. It's the U.S. or Israel attacks and then Iran responds. But I'll get the paper. Give me a second. Let me go back. Let me go dig it up.
So, do you mind if I ask you a question, Stick?
Wait, what about Soleimani then? Didn't he teach people to build millions of IEDs?
God, fuck Soleimani.
Yes.
Fuck God. How about Saddam Hussein? How about Osama bin Laden?
Saddam used to take his sons in and let his sons torture Kurds, and he also gas Kurds.
So
and
the CIA
is the one who put him in power.
Shout out Saddam.
Shout out George Bush Sr.
So the current president of Syria is not a terrorist?
Of course he is. But he's our puppet.
Wait.
We don't mind puppets.
So this is how we are going to control the global trade?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys are fucking, and there's nothing you can do about it. We're like the 300-pound man that's like solid muscle, and you're like an 80-pound woman, and we're just going to pin you down and do whatever the fuck we want with you. That's what's going to happen.
I appreciate your honesty, sir. I appreciate your
honesty. Therapy. It's
I got it. I really, at least you are being honest about
it. What's going to happen to Ludwig when his government comes picks him up for anti-Semitism and terroristic threats online?
Freedom of speech, bitch.
Ludwig, it's going to be hysterical. You get ripped to prison.
Fuck Israel.
I'm going to make sure Mossad pins it on you.
Then send the government.
I love it.
By any means necessary.
I think it's better if you say the government of Israel, not the people.
Ludwig, we're gonna send some guy like Steppy in to rape you. Steffi's 6'5" and 230. He's gonna come in and pin you down on the bed.
I'll grab that, buddy.
With his big black dick, yeah.
It ain't that big, but hey, 2 inches at 200 miles an hour.
You know how confident you have to be to say it's 2 inches. You know it's actually 12.
I'm gonna be like Dale, or I'll be hitting that wall all night.
Ludwig's gonna get raped in prison. Oh, I can't wait till somebody comes on here and says, "Bro, did you hear fucking Ludwig up in fucking prison? Oh my god, it's fucking amazing." And then we're all gonna at nighttime, we're all gonna pray that you're getting raped.
The best part is with all that alopecia he has on his head and body, you put on a nice friction.
Bro, no, there's no air to create friction.
I know, it's actually
that spit's gonna work so well. And
it's like a gym.
I'm gonna make him queef. Is that what I'm hearing?
His butthole, yeah.
It was funny the other day, he was getting so upset that he was pounding the table when he was talking.
I know, this shit's kind of scary.
Oh no, where Ludwig lives, they arrest people all the time for anti-Semitism.
Fuck Israel.
And terroristic threats.
Do you believe all of the soldiers should die, Ludwig?
What did the hippopotamus say?
Your mother's account. Do you believe all of the Israeli soldiers should die?
Do you think all Palestinians should die?
No. Just a terrorist.
Just a terrorist? Okay. How many terrorists did you kill?
What do you mean? I didn't kill anybody. How many did you kill? Ludwig, that's the real question.
Blowing your mom's back out? Is that...
Brother, people that brag about that shit never even fucking... Buddy, we already know you haven't been around a woman. It's okay. You can laugh all you want. Brag about cooking lamb chops on fucking line, but we already know what type of inbred you are. But anyways, it's more important. Why can't you stick to the question? Like, honestly, why don't you back up your words?
To make chips. It goes on and on, not consulting our allies before we put them in economic peril. I mean, there's almost no diesel in Australia. The bills that Europe has right now for natural gas